Did you know that role playing and wargaming exists because of a certain book writer that sci-fi and would ruin your mind of going to war about it? Yes. Today on Hobby Toku Anime, we're going to talk about hobby and that being the history of wargaming to celebrate D&D's 50th this year in a long line of videos. Find out more now. Hey everybody, Conan, time for another edition of Hobby Toku Anime, the YouTube series where I talk about anime, hobby, or toku, but mostly less toku now because I don't feel like it, sorry. But today we're going to talk about a hobby thing, and that is freaking wargaming and prehistory of D&D.
I'll kill all the lot of ya.
For people you didn't know, D&D is a tabletop role-playing game created by Gary Gygax and Dave Martin for a game called Chainmail, which was later become D&D because D&D is based off Chainmail's weird secondary rules of just doing one-on-one battles instead of being big armies of battles like normal wargaming, which I will explain. And the weird thing about wargaming is it starts because of things. Wargaming is basically the role-playing. Wargaming is like military strategy. A lot of famous military people did it back in the day, and it wasn't really common of a thing until World War, like little after World War One. Basically, a person named Freak H.G. Wells. Yes, the guy who wrote World of the Worlds. Yeah, that guy. And the guy who made Dr. Forster character. Not the character from MST3K, but the real the book / original for Dr. Forster, which, yes, I love MST3K. But we can't talk about that because it's nothing to do with it. Got that? Good. Okay? Anyhow, H.G. Wells wrote the book, and basically, Little Wars, which I'm now going to say because that's what the name of the example he did, is a military game where you can recreate Civil War elements or Revolutionary War elements with a freaking missile. You use a freaking cannon. But anyhow, that's not the point. The point is we're talking about D&D, and now we got to fast forward to 1960s.
Drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs.
On a wargaming convention that still goes on today doing role-playing and other hobby stuff. But it is one of role-playing's most important events. Let me explain. David Anderson, and Gary Gygax both did chainmail things. They both created a company called TSR, or Tactical Rules System, or TSR. Basically, they did a lot of stuff, and basically D&D was their first project. Became popular and became a hit. And before we finish this video, just to know, we're only going to talk about everything up to the beginning now, pre-first edition for this video, because there's a lot of stuff for D&D stuff, which we will now explain. Got that? Good. Let me explain about role-playing stuff that you didn't know about, basically. Basically, we start with the basic book for player, monster, and DM for the first book, which really is kind of like Player's Handbook manual, but not yet. With the white box set, which is kind of great. Basically, the next part is 4 or 5 different rules of adding stuff, which I'm only going to set them up into sections. First up, the rogue being the first thing. Then also a few other things like fighter. Just to know, this is regular D&D, so race and class are not really a thing. So race is more a type of class that you play a race of fantasy creature, while a normal class is more basically any normal class, but it's all human. Got that? Good. I'm going to explain that next time when we do first edition stuff and the cartoon. Yes, that's next time. Got that? Good. Basically, the stuff is basically D&D with things like Blackmore Adventure book, plus a few others like Blackmore / Greyhawk, which we will explain Greyhawk next time because we're going to do role settings as well as editions. So yeah, we're going to talk about that in order of editions. Then settings for this anniversary thing. But anyhow, Dave Anderson, and they created a hit. How is it great? Next time, we're going to talk about the basics, the freaking beginning of first edition, and a cartoon series that has nothing to do, but kind of is important to pop culture. That's next time on my D&D retrospective. And today was just a primer. Find out what the rest of it next time. Hope you liked the video. Leave a comment below if you are more interested in D&D stuff videos for this year and the retro mini stuff. This is the Coleman saying bye-bye for now.